these words for a long while now. Hi, and welcome to the Nasty Talks. I'm Mirza, and with me, this gives me good pleasure, is...
Oh, it's me. If you've missed me, you didn't miss me. I've been here for a while.
No,
Without
actually...
Mirza, sadly.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if people miss me.
I don't know. The only way to find out is to make a poll, or for people to just like write in. Just tell us if you missed,
sure,
if you did, if you even cared. Just tell us if you even cared about him.
No, get rid of that weird Balkan guy. Sure, that's gonna help the self-esteem a lot. Cheers to that. Nah, but you've been out traveling.
Yeah, it was good.
Back home. Good times. I hope so.
Yes, really good times.
What was it? You were gone for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's,
actually it was more than 2 weeks because I missed my flight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Clumsy
gonna ask
me.
you about that later. That was actually a funny story if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was pretty funny and pretty stupid. But yeah.
Well, that is what people want to listen to, so good
Yeah,
for you.
of course.
Take your word for the team.
Yeah, I guess.
Unwillingly.
Yeah.
Or not knowingly, I would say so. So you were gone for 2 weeks,
Yeah.
plus minus the days, because stuff,
Yeah, stuff.
and alcohol. So, what was I gone for? Like 3 days or something at that point? But it was a good, well-timed weekend. Not complaining at all. Man, I hated that you have to, from here to Copenhagen, it takes 3 hours sometimes, like 2 hours.
No,
Unless-
it never took 3 hours for me. It's like 2 hours, sometimes even 1.5, if you get the fast train.
Okay, that's fair. But I just felt I was going to Lithuania at that point, and we were only in the air for an hour. So it was more traveling from here to the, what do you call it, the airport. and
Yeah.
then-
You know, we actually have an airport here in Odense, so it would actually be really cool for you to be able to fly privately from the airport here to Copenhagen and then, yeah. Or directly.
Nicoleta,
Yeah.
I know you like this podcast, but we're not millionaires and have our own planes
Yet.
We should talk with Joe Rogan, see what he does. Actually, if you have some friends that do their podcast and are willing to collaborate, or just, I'd like to learn more about this.
Yeah.
Not harm in that.
Yeah. We are up for it. We are open.
Yeah, about talking about podcasts. Like, don't
Yeah.
get me wrong here. I ain't sucking nobody's dick or microphone in this context. The
Yeah.
times.
But how was your trip, actually?
It was pleasurable. In more ways than once. Yeah, I got some fantasies out of the way.
Okay, so what happened exactly?
Well, weirdly enough, it was the first time I had what do you call it? No, not shower sex. I've done that quite a bit. Hot tub, no, bathtub sex.
Bathtub.
Yeah, it was good and all that stuff, but I still feel you come in some awkward positions, like not easy to take control of.
True, depending on also how big the bathtub is.
Yeah, but we didn't like really have time to have the good kind of bathtub sex, like filled
Yeah.
with water and
Yeah.
different laying down positions. 'Cause,
And Mirza, to be fair, you're a big guy.
yeah, you heard it here first. Big guy. Well, they do call me Big Daddy.
Always.
Always. Yeah, I'm a big guy, so it's not easy to find what I call it, pleasurable positions of
Yeah.
bathtubs, indeed.
Yeah. I think it can be nice, but I think for you should find a jacuzzi or something that's more on your size. That would be nice.
I haven't tried sauna sex, but I can just imagine the breathing will be horrible.
Oh.
No fucking air.
Yes, like I started sauna sex and then it was too much, like let's go.
Yeah.
And then we moved into the bedroom. So yeah.
Yeah, how the hell? The air.
Yeah, I know it was not bearable to.
Well, that's one of the fantasies I got out. But another one, which I always kind of wanted to do, but I was like, but it's fucking dangerous.
Which one?
The one where you get a blowjob while you're driving.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you don't have to drive. You can just get a blowjob while being in the car, but it's not the same, right?
No.
Well, you can just go like very, very, very slow.
I was going on the highway.
Ah, okay.
So-
Oh, wow. So
No.
you did it?
Yeah, of course I did.
Okay.
So the best part is like, first I was just driving on the road, focusing and starting to touch her and all that stuff, set
Yeah.
the mood.
Yeah.
And then I was just starting to take my pants off, but I had to pull over on the side because it was just annoying. I cannot like switch foots.
Yeah,
Your-
of course. Yeah,
Your
yeah, I
shoes are
know.
off and all that stuff is just frustrating.
Yeah.
So it's like a bit of a hassle to do that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Now, yeah. You ever tried?
No, I haven't. I've tried like multiple times to have sex in a car, but not to suck a dick in the.
No. But
Actually, I was about to while I was in Romania.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, this time?
this time, yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's because I hooked up with a good friend of mine, and we've had sex before, but I don't know. There were complicated stuff at that point with my ex-boyfriend and all that. So then I didn't want it to, like, we were broke up, me and my ex-boyfriend, and then I had sex with my friend, and then I told him that I cannot do this because I have too many feelings for my ex-boyfriend and everything is complicated, so we can't do this anymore. And then we just like stayed friends. And yeah, and now I came back and he just looked like he
So
had
hot.
yeah, he had his shit together.
Oh my
He
God.
was like almost every day like wearing a suit because he's working with real estate, and he was just like so fancy kind of, and he got some beard there, it looked good and all that, and I was like, okay, damn. And yeah,
Hello, honey, where have you been?
yeah, exactly. And yeah, like it happened, and then I went back to my parents' place, that's in another city. And he offered to drive me, to come and pick me up from the city and drive me to Cluj, to the place from where I had to take the flight, because and then he was telling me like, and we can try this, because I was telling him about him driving me, and then I can suck his dick while he drives me, because I just wanted him to drive me home basically. And then he was like, nah, I can't and all that. But now he was kind of like, well, I can come and pick you up, and then you can do your fantasy and you can actually suck my dick while I drive. And I was like, that sounds interesting, but it didn't happen because my sister's husband drove me.
I really hope you didn't finish that fantasy with him.
No,
like,
no.
I gotta suck that thing in the car. It'll cost what it may.
No, I wouldn't. Oh, no. Yeah.
So I think the term you're looking for is glowing.
Glowing.
Isn't that what
Is
they
that
say?
how it's called?
Yeah, basically, is what people say. Like they're glowing up after the breakup. They're usually
that.
shining.
Like that. I thought the sucking dick in a car, that's glowing.
No, what?
No, I
What-
thought
what
that's
would
what
that
you
be
know.
called?
I don't know. How
The
do you
transportable BJ?
how do you call that thing that you switch
gear? So a gear job.
a gear job? Ooh, let's call it a gear job
gear
here on the
job, yeah.
podcast.
That's our name for it. If
Yeah.
you actually know the real name, or if you have a clever idea for it, just let us know.
Yeah.
Good times.
That would be actually something like we invented an expression.
No, we invented a term for an act.
Yes, even better.
Well, yeah. Good. I was thinking but what would an expression be like? Yeah, that's actually an expression. But
yeah.
the thing about that is, so we did all that stuff and I enjoyed it for like a long time actually. It was like, damn. 20 kilometers of blowjob. That's not too bad,
Oh no, yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
But then I was like, okay, I want to come in you, but let's do it later in the bedroom because this is getting too dangerous. The
yeah.
euphoric feeling you get when you come and you're like,
Yeah, and then you kind of like skip the
yeah.
some stuff there.
Yeah, I
So
was thinking, we're both horny, but at this point I was like, no, just we need to focus. At least
yeah,
one of us.
just
And we also got back to some really good Airbnb place at that point.
Oh.
And then I was like trying to turn her on, and she did the same to me and all that stuff. But we were like, no, but we should pack. And I'm like, no, we'll do it in the morning. I could be a bit cheesy at that point. So, and yeah.
So, any interesting places in the Airbnb where you did it?
No, because we didn't really have time. We got there at maybe 1 or 2 o'clock at night, and we had to get the flight back on, what was it, 7 in the morning or something. No,
Oh, okay.
5, I think. Like, we barely slept.
Oh, okay.
We were just more to have a place to pack the stuff up, because we rented a car and we went here, there, and ended up there, blah blah.
Yeah.
So no, like we could have had sex in the bedroom, but we needed to prioritize.
Yeah, of course.
So, but it also felt a bit stressful. Everything it was impulsive, and we only had 2-3 days maximum. So.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You could have just done it in the plane.
Mile High Club, but the toilets were so freaking small. No chance.
No, in the bathroom, no.
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 I know in the previous episode, me and Raresh were talking about that, and it was his fantasy, one of the fantasies that he wants to get, like to accomplish.
Yeah.
Is that how you say? Yeah. To have sex in a plane. Yeah.
Wait, what's his name?
Raresh.
Raresh. Oh, that's
Yeah.
super Romanian.
It is.
Really?
It is.
Oh yeah, but who did you talk to? You did mention you want to talk with some friends. And
Yeah.
what did you even talk about? Sorry, like I haven't been able to listen to it. So.
Well, I talked with my friend Denisa. She recently, quite a while ago, she broke up with her ex-boyfriend, and it was a really toxic relationship. So we talked a lot about toxic relationships and how that played out for her, and more or less stuff like that, and the mental health and how you feel in these situations, as the victim, kind of, and. Then I talked with somebody that I know, with this guy Raresh. I knew him from high school, and I didn't even remember that. And we matched on Tinder, and and then we talked, and we were like, we know each other, but none of us knew from where. And then we started talking, and then we were like, maybe we know each other from university, maybe we know from there, and then we figured out, okay, it was high school, and. Yeah, then we just started talking, and he was telling me that he went to US, and Tinder there is so much different, and he had like crazy experiences, and I was like, okay, just tell me more on the podcast. And then we did. He actually he had a threesome there, he had an orgy in US, and like a lot of like stuff. So
That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Let me get back to Denisa. So what's her definition of a toxic relationship? What's yours even?
I think a toxic relationship is more when you, when the relationship doesn't feel good anymore. It feels like a pressure on yourself. Like Denisa was telling me that she got really anxious and she had like panic attacks sometimes. And then after she ended the relationship, everything was fine. And it was her body saying that she was unhappy and it was unhealthy for her to feel those emotions. Because for her, it was kind of like a battle. Like, I love this person, but this person is also making me suffer so much. And then what do you choose in that situation? Of course, you choose what's best for you. But when you don't know, then these panic attacks were actually helping her realize that the relationship was toxic.
But how long were they together?
I think for like a year or something like that.
Yeah, still a long time, of course.
Yeah, and it was because he was somebody, he pretended to be somebody, and then he ended up not being that person. He was trying to, to create an image of himself that she would like, because she is very outgoing, she's very talkative and all that, and she was going to parties and all that, and he was also doing that in the beginning. And then after a while in the relationship, he stopped doing those kind of things, and he was just at home and he was just boring. And then she was kind of like, okay, what happened to you? Like, you were a totally different person some like 2 or 3 months ago. And he was like, yeah, I actually don't like these things. I don't like, and it's...
Why would you even want to continue if you don't like it? Then you should find somebody that matches like your chill
Yeah.
nature. Nobody forces you to
Yeah,
go out.
exactly. I don't know. I think he was just intrigued by the fact that she was so interesting since she was doing so many things. She was so wild.
That's fair enough, but you should just lay out the cards. Just maybe date and see how it goes instead of
Yeah, of
giving
course.
false promises.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
not gonna lie, I've done stuff like that I'm not proud of. Looking at backside, I should have done things differently.
No, yeah.
So, but yeah. So, Raresh, orgies did you. Sorry, you could hear like we're going somewhere way different here apparently. So, threesomes, orgies, what? America?
Yeah.
Wait, context here. Who is, old high school guy you knew, but not really Tinder dates,
Yeah.
blah blah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm following now, sorry.
It's
So,
okay.
But how is Tinder in America then?
He said that it's so direct, like people just go there with the thought of fucking. And in Romania, it's more different. Like some people actually want relationships. Some people take a long time before they see each other. In US, it's kind of like you talk one message, okay, want to see each other? Yeah, okay, date, okay, sex. And I think in Romania, it's more like you talk for like a week or something. And
That's a long time.
yeah, it is. And it's kind of boring and all that. And I was like that too when I was in Romania. But then here in Denmark, things changed a little bit. But it's still like also in Denmark it can go a long time. It depends.
On the
Yeah.
person, of course.
Yeah.
But I think it's good to have a balance because I don't know. It sounds pretty amazing that you can be an American and be like, okay, you want to go?
Yeah, like exactly,
just
like
buy
you.
condoms on the way and we're good.
Yeah, like you match in that night and then you already had sex,
But there's nothing wrong with that at all.
No, it's not. It just goes fast. It's like a fast sex world.
Yeah, but the thing about America is it's big. Like,
Yeah, also that. So nobody's really gonna know because that's what we were also talking about. In Romania, women are so like, oh, but I don't want to have just sex with him because my friends are gonna know from my city and all that, or people are gonna talk about it and all that. But the thing is, like, yeah, in US, it's so big and people don't give a fuck. So then it doesn't even matter.
because here, of course, we're from the same small city, and you know that more or less everybody knows fucking me because I'm everywhere.
Yeah.
But again, it's a small city, so it's not that complicated to do.
No, yeah,
Because
that's true.
like all the event things, they're always at the same place, more or
Yeah.
less. But if you look, and I was talking with my cousin about this, because shy guy and all that stuff, like how does it work? Because I was very insecure about the dating perspective. And then she's from Hamburg, so what's that, like 3 million or whatever? How many citizens?
I am not good with numbers.
So many areas and metros, like we can go to so many different places. And you will never see the person again. Like, what are the odds? I'm there just for a weekend, more or less. Just
exactly.
So, but again, it's also like, what can I say? It is about the judgment, of course. I don't care about stuff, but I don't want to have a reputation or anything.
No, of course.
So
I get that. And that's the same thing in Romania. Like, for men, it's actually good. Like, they're gonna say, like, in Romania, it's actually good for men because they're so macho, And then they're gonna say, like, oh, I fucked that one, and I fucked that one too, and I fucked that one too. But then for women, it's like, oh my god, like, other people talking about them, and they're gonna be like, oh, she fucked with that one, and she fucked with that one, and she fucked with that one. She's a slut. She's a whore.
But this sounds... Yeah, that's pretty normal. I think men are sluts as well.
Yeah, but for men, it's kind of like, congratulations.
Yeah.
You fucked so many bitches. But then for women, it's kind of like, oh, boo, you slut, fuck you.
But let's say it like this. I would say it depends on... if a woman knows her type,
Yeah.
and she goes for high quality men,
Yeah.
and she just likes to have fun and, have a good time, like a week, 2, 3, whatever, then she wouldn't be considered a slut.
No, that's true.
But let's say if a guy, he matches everything on Tinder, he humps literally anything that moves, then he's a motherfucking slut. It's
If
just,
you put it like that, yes.
boundaries, or you don't have any like types or anything. It's like, I don't give a shit if like the chemistry is there, it's there. No worries about it.
I really like your perception on that. I think that should be advertised more, kind of like a way of seeing things, because it is normal. Like, you shouldn't go for anybody that comes your way. You should actually go for somebody that you are genuinely interested in, even if it's just for sex.
Yeah, but I think people should still be open-minded about more than looks. Because, you know,
Yeah.
you should never judge a book by its cover. Okay, this guy looks boring, but maybe he's like fucking amazing humor, or he has like good intelligence. You have the same interest. You can learn
Yeah.
something from him.
Yeah, like that's the thing. It's also about what he or she does, what like yeah, their interests, and in general them as a personality that actually defines you as being a quality person, or just a person that's just living to live to yeah
Survive. I get it.
yeah exactly.
But I also think that's what we should remember about Tinder and all these dating platforms. Okay, it's primarily for dating, but if you meet with the person and you hit it off, but you know, like the physical chemistry is still missing, you just like start being out friends or something, and maybe you'll find one of her friends, and you know.
And then you can get lucky in that sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. With a friend or yeah. But yeah, I know we are talking about Tinder and all that, but do you remember last weekend when we were in that bar club ish? It's a bar, and there was this girl. She was very drunk, and she was hitting on one of your friends. And do you remember her?
Yes.
Yeah, she was hitting on one of Mirza's friends, and he kept on like trying to say no, like no, he's not interested. And then he had to go down and smoke because she was way too much. She was almost humping on him, and the thing is that another like two guys came afterwards, and Mirza thought that I knew them, and I thought that Mirza knew them, but none of us knew the guys. But whatever.
Came over to be like, "What's up, my brother?" Oh, nothing bad. How you been? And then he just went away.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, Nico, who the fuck was that? And they're like, "Oh, you don't remember?" And I was like, "What? You know them? I'm not sure. When did I meet them?"
Yeah, it's like none of us
super
like.
confusion.
Yeah. So we didn't know the guys apparently, and one of them, like, he saw that drunk girl and he just went up to her and they just started kissing, and I thought that was disgusting, in the sense that she was so drunk that she was not able to speak. She tried to tell me something before, to say something to me, and the only thing that I could hear was like, that's it.
Say it again. Say it again. Oh god.
Yeah, so the thing is, that was disgusting because he was not drunk, or he was not that drunk, and he just took advantage of the girl because she was drunk. And I feel like that's not okay, ever. And don't get me wrong, like, if she's a bit tipsy or if she's even drunk, like, it's fine. But she was in a state where she couldn't hold herself up.
Oh yeah, she almost hit her head on the table or something.
Yeah, she fell.
Holy shit. But you're right. But I get if some people need to, like, the liquid courage, if anything, especially when they're shy and they're like, you know, want to get out there and dance and all that stuff. It's pretty clear some people need it.
Yeah.
But
like they need the alcohol, but they don't need a full barrel of something. They need
a full barrel of
yeah, like, I guess 2 glasses of whatever work. Maybe not whiskey, but 2 glasses of wine, beer,
but
stuff like that.
some people don't have self-control. You know, that's the issue. And I
Yeah.
think most of the people that stay in the city till, okay, we're crazy. I'm not putting on. We like to dance and have fun. And
Yeah.
all that. Like, when did we get home? Like at 7 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems about right. But if people are already drunk at 3 and just like act like that, then they're probably lonely and just all in, just somebody.
Yeah.
So
That is
times.
true. Yeah.
Oh yeah, catching up in all the places. But talking about catching, have you ever been caught in the act, like very close? Because I like the idea of like you're so close to being caught. Like public sex is the shit.
I was actually not caught in public sex, but it was me and my ex-boyfriend. We were studying. I was helping him study for some like final exams for when he was in high school, and it was an ex-boyfriend back in Romania. And we were at his place, and his parents were home, and we were actually just studying. and I was showing him some stuff, and at some point he just like started touching me, and then we started having sex, and then we could hear the handle, is it called, like at the door? Doorknob, yeah, that it goes down like that, and the window starts opening, and then he starts screaming, like he said, "Dad, no, don't come in!" His dad closed the door again. We were fucking in the living room anyways, so...
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, yeah.
Dad, get the camera!
Oh, that would be something.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so then, of course, his dad closed the door, and then we finished, and then we took our clothes on, and then at some point like they opened the door again, and his mom came in, and we were just like both red in the face, and just with the books in our hands.
No, but it does remind me of a story actually, also some time ago.
Okay.
So were you there? No. It was a private party, and we got a lift home from some friends, and we wanted to crash at another place.
Yeah.
Because it was just close, and I don't know why we went there. We could have gone back to mine, but no problem. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to see the guy's place, just check it out, and we were both hot and heavy and all that stuff.
Yeah.
One thing that actually I was pretty exhausted, but I'm a fighter, okay?
Of course you are.
Of course. So, and I'm not proud of having sex in other people's beds, but it does happen from time to time, okay?
Yeah.
So,
no judging.
no judging. Thank you. So we just went up and we started doing stuff. I think we spent at least 45 minutes, and we knew that there was another girl coming over because we all had to sleep there, and then we were doing at it, and then we more or less just finished up, and then she knows, oh shit, I can hear somebody walking downstairs. There's like, are you back? It's like, yeah, I came back. So she was nervous about, oh shit, how much did she hear? It's pretty intimate, and not everybody needs to know what you're doing.
No,
up there.
of course.
So,
of course not.
And then what? I don't know. I just cleaned up myself, and we both went down there. She was a bit nervous, but I was like, oh hey. So, did you like the sounds? I could be so fucking arrogant and cocky about this,
because you thought that she heard it anyways, so why not? Yeah.
But I feel that's a good way to diffuse the situation.
Yeah, exactly. Just make it natural and normal, and then people are not gonna think about it as, okay, that's awkward, because it just comes off like, okay, yeah, we had sex, so what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Welcome to adulthood.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But yeah, that was close enough to getting caught-ish, but I never really tried it. And I think I'll be like one of the people who's like, if somebody went in, they're like, you want to join in?
Oh my god, that actually reminds me of something that happened. It's terrible, and I cannot believe that I'm saying this on the podcast, but it happened. Okay, me and my roommate, we went out. We were sharing a one-room apartment, and we were sleeping in the same bed. And we went out. And we met a guy on the way. Actually, we were waiting for a bus or something, and the guy came with the car, and he was like, there's no buses at this hour, but I can drive you there. And we were like, oh yeah, sure. Like, in Romania.
That sounds sketchy, but
yeah, and he drove us there, and he left us at the club, whatever. Then he went home to change because he was at the gym before, and then he joined us too. And we started drinking, and of course I got fucking drunk. I was like, almost like that girl falling on the tables and all that. And we wanted to go home, and my friend, of course, she was hungry and she wanted to get a shawarma, and we went and got that, and then we went with this guy home, and she was at the table eating shawarma. I have to mention that the table was like in the way that she could see directly on the bed, and me and him started having sex, and she was watching, eating her shawarma.
That would be me in a nutshell. Like, you go, oh, that's some good hit technique, just there.
Yes, and yeah, That was it. And then it was actually not long after I broke up with an ex-boyfriend at that point, and I remember that I yelled no, I love my boyfriend. Or something like that.
Some people get turned on by that. I don't know what you guys are into.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Then he left, and I didn't remember any of it the next day. I was
shit.
blackout. I didn't remember shit.
That's not good.
And I woke up naked in bed. My friend was sleeping on the couch, obviously. And
With a shawarma in her mouth.
yeah, no, she finished it. We all finished. Actually, I probably didn't finish. But
I think so.
no, I didn't, because he was fucking fast. Because I know I've had sex with him afterwards, and it was like, I think 1 or 2 minutes max, and it was done. And I was like, okay, that was not sex. And probably that was the same thing that happened in that night. Like, it was very fast.
If
And
you're drunk, you should be able to last longer because your sensitivities are lowered.
yeah, maybe. I have no idea. And the thing is that my friend didn't tell me anything. I was blackout. I didn't know about it. And then actually, I took my phone in that morning, and I saw a call from him, like multiple calls. And yeah, he was just like, yeah, I forgot my wallet and some keys and whatever at your place. Can I come and pick them up? And then
my dignity as well.
yeah, yeah. And then he came and picked them up, and then we just said that we are gonna continue talking. But of course, in my very hungover state, as a Romanian as I am, I just went up to the table and I looked into the wallet and I saw that he had some money, but I was like, yeah, whatever, and I didn't took them. But yeah.
Yeah, so you say to save face, I guess.
Yeah, like if he actually fucked me in front of my very good friend, my best friend, basically, like, I should have at least been paid for that, for fuck's sake.
All right.
By somebody. I don't know if it was my best friend or him. I don't care. I should have been.
I think we're foreshadowing prostitution at this point. Just saying.
No.
Maybe at some point we'll talk about it. We'll see.
Yeah.
It can actually be interesting to have as a guest.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have some really good stories.
Yeah, I think so too. We should get in touch with somebody.
Actually, you could help me inspire us. Just like, what kind of, let's say, people or stories or backgrounds would you like to see in here? Because we're just having some talks about friends we could invite over, or just some professions that might spike up the interesting talks, or maybe they're more professional to answer your questions that you might have. We just met you, and this does sound crazy, but leave a question and call us maybe.
Yes, sounds good. Well, I think this was a really interesting talk today. Well, thank you for tuning in, nasty people, and see you next time.
Alright, that was it. Good talk. Hopefully you'll listen in next week as well, where we might talk about prostitution. Not sure. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll pick one of the topics you'd like to hear about. But the only thing we can say is stay nasty.